Hello, and welcome to Middle School Safety Lab Rules and Procedures presentation. This is for 7th grade science. Please be sure you have your note page with you so you're able to write notes if needed. And if you have any questions, please write them on the back so we can discuss them in class. Let's begin. Rule number 1. This is one of the most important rules, and that is to read the entire lab, follow the directions, and develop a plan for this lab, or a lab. The ability to read the directions and know what's going on will help you enjoy the lab as intended. Rule number 2, be on your best behavior. We want to enjoy the lab. We want to have fun while we do it. However, there is no horseplay and there will be zero tolerance for that. Rule number 3, if you have a question, ask your teacher. Ask me, Mr. Cedeno, so I'm able to help you in the lab so you're able to enjoy it and be successful during the lab. All accidents should be reported to the teacher immediately. The number one item schools and Truett wants to achieve is school and student safety. Personal injury, such as cuts, you need to quickly contact the teacher. During 7th grade science, we will be working with sharp objects, and I know you'll be able to report an accident to the teacher if it does happen. When you cut, please cut away from yourself and others so that you're able to have good incisions. Also, you are able to keep others safe. Like always, be cautious of others. See what they're doing, analyze what they're doing, and be sure it's the proper technique. If not, a little peer correction is a good thing. Rule number 6. During our labs, most of the items you will not be able to eat, drink, or put in any part of your mouth. So, please be aware that eating and drinking during science is strictly forbidden. You need to know where all the safety equipment is and how to use it. Let's go over that. The eye wash station is used to flush out chemicals and objects in your eye. If this does happen, please have you or your lab partner escort to the eye wash station. Open your eyes very wide using both of your hands. Your partner will assist you in running the water, and be sure to flush out the eyes for at least 20 minutes. Also, report it to the teacher immediately. The fire blanket. The fire blanket is used to smother out a fire. If you catch on fire, stop, drop, and roll. We will get the blanket and cover you quickly and tightly so that we can stop you from being on fire or from a fire happening. Also, a fire extinguisher is a good thing to use when using a chemical or paper fire. If this happens, report it immediately, grab the fire extinguisher, and let's put this fire out. The lab shower is used if there was to have a chemical or some harmful acid on you. You would need to go to the shower, and again, 20 minutes of running water. Rule number 8. If there is any damaged or broken equipment, please notify the teacher immediately. Don't handle the glass. Let the teacher handle the glass. We will put it in the sharps container so that no one is injured. If there is an electrical cord or plug that is not working properly, please notify the teacher. Don't try to fix it, and don't use electrical equipment if it is damaged. Lab clothing and safety equipment. If you have long hair, please be sure to have it in a tie during lab. Also, if you wear baggy clothing, please be sure to have it secure, sleeves rolled up, or the loose jacket off during the lab. We will need to wear safety goggles when we're working with fire, when we are working with sharp objects, and we are working with chemicals, and also when the teacher tells you. This is to protect your eyes during the lab so that no foreign objects get in your eye. Chemicals. Rule for chemicals is describe the chemicals as described by the teacher. When you're mixing chemicals, it's important, especially if you're using acid, to add the acid last. The beaker or flask must be on the table and you add acid last. Rule number 2, when smelling a chemical, use the wafting technique. Hold the container you're smelling 8 inches away and whisk the air towards your nose so that you're able to smell it. I would hate to anything happen to your noses by not smelling a chemical correctly. Lab cleanliness. It is all of our jobs to be sure that lab equipment is cleaned and returned after we use it, and we keep our area neat and clean. This is to ensure the safety of yourself and others. When you're finished, wash your hands. Although we use gloves in science, you will still need to wash your hands after the lab so that you're able to be clean and not have germs spread. Working with heat sources. When you're working with a heat source, always heat it slowly and in a figure-8 motion. You will also want to be sure the test tube is pointed diagonally away from you and others. Now, let's sum this all up. Read the directions, know what to do if there's an accident. If there is an accident, notify the teacher. When we dissect a specimen, please cut away from you and others. If there is broken equipment, please let the teacher know. And always, please be safe. If there is anything you need, all you have to do is ask. If you have any questions, be sure you've written them down and we'll discuss them in class. Thank you.